Hello and welcome to Business by Design. RE/MAX is committed to change how homes are sold in your marketplace. And the good news is, every day and in every way, we're getting better and better and making it happen by following through on our three primary missions. Number one is a commitment to put the client first. Number two is to constantly innovate ourselves and our business to serve the client at a better level, causing them to have a wow experience when buying and selling real estate. And the last one, number three, is cooperation, cooperation, cooperation. After nearly 30 years of working with real estate professionals and small businesses around the world, I see the same 5 mistakes happen day in and day out, and then people scratch their head wondering why they put themselves into this business and it didn't work out. My hope, as it is RE/MAX's hope, is that you use these 5 as mistakes to avoid and simply do the opposite, putting yourself in the best possible position to win and make the money you deserve in this extraordinary business called real estate. When you think about small business and you look at that word interested, here's what happens. You get into the real estate business and you're interested in success. People that are interested only do a little bit, and they only do what's convenient. Think about it. I'm interested in being successful, but I don't want to do everything. And we find that more often than not, they only do what they're supposed to do when it's convenient for them to make phone calls, to do their marketing, to take the right actions. And what we know is that is a guaranteed pathway to failure. We can't be interested, my friends. We must be committed. You see, too often, we get into a business like this, whether it's real estate or starting a restaurant, and we go in because we're passionate and we're excited about helping people or selling houses or the possibility of making all this money. But what we forget is business is math. Business is math. It's all about the numbers. And if I'm running my business by default, the opposite of by design, I'm just running from one opportunity to the next, never knowing what works, what doesn't, and am I getting one step closer to my goal. We've given you, inside this program, a very simple business plan. They simply never understood the importance of marketing themselves to a wide variety of potential buyers and sellers to earn their business. The challenge for the vast majority of people that come into the real estate business, they have no experience marketing whatsoever. Then they have no plan, and they're only slightly interested in doing what it takes to be successful. Well, my friends, that is a recipe for disaster. Over the next 10 weeks, we're going to show you demonstratable, proven pieces that will allow you to market yourself effectively, whether it's by making phone calls or sending emails or sending out direct mail or through social media channels, so you can engage with the type of prospects you want and market the RE/MAX message and your message effectively to cause them to choose you to be their exclusive real estate professional. So let's recap that. The number one thing you have to do to become an appointment setting machine is to build your day not around the drama and the social and messing around inside the office, but instead, just like if you had a job working for any professional organization, you would be given a schedule, a checklist, a workflow of what you have to do to be successful. And for you and I, it's to spend a little time knowing my market, so I'm a smart, knowledgeable agent in the area, spend some time practicing my dialogues so I'm warmed up, confident, and ready to go out and talk to customers. Then I want to spend an hour or 90 minutes, maybe even as much as 3 hours a day on the phone finding my next appointment. And then the balance of your day going on appointments. I've watched hundreds of thousands of agents take their business to the next level, become one of the very best they can be all around the world when they adopt a geographic farm, when they take on this critical marketing component to your business. And I want you to be thinking in terms of selection. Where have I sold homes? Or what are the communities I want to become the dominant agent in? Where is the turnover? Where are homes selling? That's really important in the selection process. The third part, where do I really know the market? I know the homes, I know the families, I know what's happening in this area, I know the restaurants, the schools, I know everything about the dynamics of the community, so I really am the local area expert. And then lastly, how many homes is it? And is it a manageable number where I can really get deep and get connected with as many people as possible to become that trusted source? You see, a geographic farm is exactly like a garden. The more good seeds you plant, the more time you take to build relationships, to become the trusted advisor, to nurture and cultivate your connection with the people living in that community, the greater your harvest would be. The basic formula of planting seeds. Planting seeds is your direct mail, knocking on doors, doing geographic farms, handing out flyers, being a part of the community. Then the nurturing and cultivation. When you meet someone, adding them into your database, sending them emails, sending them special personal note cards, anything you can do to nurture the relationship. And when someone says, we're thinking about selling, whether it's in 2 months or 5 months or a year, your willingness to go above and beyond to establish a relationship with them, so ultimately you can get what you want, which is the harvest. The mindset is a multi-channel marketing approach, meaning we're going to take one piece of content throughout the week, one thing that you're doing in your business, perhaps like a new listing or a recent sale, and I'm going to have you send that piece of content through a variety of marketing channels with the goal to create maximum exposure for you, your business, and your listings. A result that you want to have happen by sending out that email. Now, ultimately, it comes down to what do you want them to do? The action that you want them to take. And you ask them during the email to do just that. For example, your email might say, take a look at my new listing, because you're wanting them to click and take a look at photos of that property as an example. Or your email might be about, read my free report on the 7 mistakes to avoid when selling a home. And again, with an obvious link for them to click and read that information. I know this may sound basic, yet too often we write long emails without a clear purpose and no obvious links or multiple links for someone to get access to what it is you want to market or promote. And then we wonder why we don't get the results we desire from email. The next step is that pre-appointment plan. Think about it like this. 2 agents from your company go on a listing appointment. One just shows up. The other has a package that is either emailed or delivered with some very specific information designed to empower the customer to choose that agent. I'm just curious. One just shows up. One puts together all this information and delivers it. Which agent stands out in the mind of the customer? We both know the answer. When you feel good, you perform good. You make calls, you take action, you solve problems, you help customers. Why is it that some people sell 3 homes a year and others sell 100 homes a year? Could it be how they view themselves, what they think, what they say, how they walk, how they stand? The answer is yes. You are in 100% control of how you feel. It doesn't matter what's happening around you. When you constantly feed your mind with all that good information, eventually there's no room up there for the bad stuff. So, promise me that starting today, you're gonna take responsibility for your personal psychology and charge through the rest of your life.